All right, welcome in live from Rocktown, Virginia.
Yeah.
Ruby's Arcade, Tuesday night, sometime in March 1877. It's the Bingo is Life podcast. With the fabulous Howdyshell brothers.
Oh, thank you. This is our first ever podcast, I believe, right?
The real Dan Easley, verified on Twitter.
Except no substitute.
Is that it?
That's your thing?
I am Jay Gollum Zippo Zehr.
Zippo?
Minus my beard.
Oh.
Woke up and I didn't have a
that's
beard
right.
this morning.
I mean,
When
was
did
that
you
really
shave the
this
beard?
morning?
When did you shave
Must have been last night sometime.
Oh, no.
That's when beards usually get shaved, either 3 o'clock in the morning or shortly after meeting a woman.
Very good. But you still have eyebrows.
He's like,
fantastic.
I stopped it before I got to the eyebrows.
I mean, I was thinking he was going to do a whole pink.
Oh, pink.
Yeah,
the big boy right out.
yeah.
Just take it all off.
So I heard you had a slam bang bingo is
It
life.
was a weird evening. So I guess it was a birthday party. Is that right?
No.
No.
It was a EMT meeting or something.
EMT. We kept calling it a plumbers convention. I don't think that was correct, but we were like, it's good to have the plumbers convention here. But anyways, they had a lot of people. It was great. But unfortunately, it meant that a lot of the people that were here as regulars weren't able to get in tonight because they met capacity. So we were doing the show to a bunch of people who have never seen the show before, which I will throw out there was super fun because I felt like we had to work for it.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas when you
worked.
got all the regulars, when the regulars are here, they're just like, they know what to say and do, and we're all having a good time. And these people were just kind of like, what the hell is going on here? And it was good. It was good.
We had Megan.
Yeah,
She showed
that's
up like
right. Megan showed
about
up,
halfway
right?
through.
Yeah.
We had one gal named Megan, and she showed up with the Bingo is Life shirt.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I said, does anybody want to win a pizza? And she's like, I do.
Immediately,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay then.
Right.
And that's your call. So it was fun.
I mean,
that part
sad
was
for the
fun.
regulars.
It was sad, and we even
They
had
all
the-
waited outside.
Yeah, we
I
had people
saw
waiting
them wanting to
outside.
get in.
Oh.
They all wanted to get in, and they couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And then we had this fairly large group of ITRTs from Augusta
Oh,
County.
that's right.
That
They were-
came.
What's
They
an
were-
ITRT?
They're instructional technology resource teachers.
Wait, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
You write this down.
robots.
But yeah, they came out this evening to hang out, and they weren't able to get it either.
They all came here and they said, "We're on the list,"
We're on
and
the
I
list.
never saw them again.
Right. They're probably playing trivia at this point.
Yeah.
The teachers became the students.
So
yes.
did the Bingo is Life groupies have a name like Juggalos or Deadheads?
You know,
or-
we probably should come up with something. We don't have a name
Can
right
we call
now.
them the
Bingolos?
Bingolos? Ooh,
That can't
that's
be
good.
Watch out! Apparently, if you start talking about that word, you get in
Yeah,
trouble.
you get to weird places, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so. But
We
there's so
won't go
much,
there either.
there's so much more than bingo going on tonight, though.
We have
Chris,
albums.
That's right. I actually want to start with Chris, because Chris, you just released the album.
I did.
It just came out.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Basement Rebellion.
The Basement Rebellion.
It's my son is the drummer. He's 13, and me, I'm the guitar player. And together we wrote all these songs in my basement over COVID mostly. And I recorded 4 of them with Mr. Dan Easley. And then
Except
with
no
me.
substitutes, I believe is
Yes, and I
that's
recorded
more now
the
than
other
before.
5 with the guys at Echo Hollow in Stanton.
Yes,
and
big shout out to
with
those guys.
and Carl Brooks and the Findells, Josh Vanna.
The Findells have been around since 1874.
Yes,
correct. Yeah, they
Yes.
actually were before the Mennonites. I
Yes.
Yeah. There was the
Findells have been
Findells.
playing
Still
before.
quite spry.
Oh yeah. Well, all the original members are in the Guinness Book of World Records.
So give us a song title from the new album.
Oh, well, the song that we want people to listen to is called "The River."
River, yeah, right.
That's the one that
Is that the one we submitted to NPR too?
It
right?
is.
Right.
That is correct.
The tiny desk.
Are you involved? Are you in the band?
Well, yes.
talking to Michael?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, the Song Kitchen has done a cover of the song, but in this particular recording, I just helped with vocals. It was cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun. I mean, like, so Mike sings on top, but he also is like our, he's the inspiration. He's a big, because my son looks at him as Uncle Mike, the drummer.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's the drummer.
He can be cool in a way that you cannot. because
Exactly.
You're the
Yes.
father. Right?
He's exactly. I'm
Yeah.
still dad. So dad is like,
Also,
yeah.
So it's coming out on CD, vinyl.
I did.
It
You know
did.
what? I did it. No, I did.
track.
I can.
Might as
I was
well
like,
be.
let's do it. Let's make CDs because.
Oh, really? You did make CDs?
Well, because of my whole thing with like, I wanted to have something physical to hold because it's Oliver's first real album, and releasing it on Spotify and iTunes and all that jazz. It's like. It just goes out to the ether and
It's ephemeral.
But that holds
It's a
something.
weird dynamic now, like with like ownership and what that means, and like when something is real and you have it, it's like,
Right.
do you hold it?
Yes.
Not so much anymore.
No, you don't hold it. And
Remember
so,
how you would like go to the record store and like look at every album and
well, yeah,
pick
that
out
was
what you
those
wanted to
days
borrow.
are gone.
Take
I mean,
it
what you
home.
do? What you do now is you hope to get on a playlist.
Yeah,
Really? Is
Remember
that
when you
it?
used to carve into stone? Like,
Joni loves cha-cha.
Joni loves Chachi. Yeah.
Cool. So that's
I once got in trouble because I had this vision of me going to a beautiful rock and spray painting. And the guys that I was with were like, "You can't spray paint on rocks. It's
Oh, yeah.
beautiful." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Whatever, man. It'd be cool." I was an idiot.
Yeah, right.
I
okay.
wouldn't do that now.
Sure. You didn't do it then.
I didn't do it then. No, there was no rocks.
Couldn't
ever
find
sprayed.
any spray
No
paint.
rocks even harmed.
Exactly. Yeah, no
Store
rocks
wasn't
were harmed
open.
by me.
So Basement Rebellion
Yeah, it's
on
it's new.
Spotify.
No, not yet.
Not
In 2
yet,
weeks.
okay.
In 2 weeks.
They said
The
it'll be 2
CD's
weeks.
available, but
Oh, yeah, you
not
can get the
the
CD.
Spotify.
Yeah. It's, well, here's another piece to the puzzle. I go around and I literally have told people, you can have one. It's free. Just take it. It's
Yeah.
fine. And when I offer to them, some people are like, awesome, I'll take it. And other people are like, let me give you a couple bucks for it. And that's
that's so
awesome.
cool.
And I do
Yeah.
not ask for it, but if they say, I'll give you some dollars, I'll happily take a couple. And it's been cool.
That's very cool.
And why not?
I keep getting these social media ads from this guy in Iowa who's like giving away free CDs. You just gotta.
Is he also a Mennonite?
I don't know. I haven't asked him
yeah,
yet. Could be. Maybe that's what
Oh,
they're targeting
Mennonite
me.
marketing campaign.
Chinese spy balloons and
No,
track down all the.
I
weird
did
Mennonites.
the album through CD Baby, and I guess it like ruined my Facebook, Instagram. Everything is like, you put out an album. I hear you put out an album. Don't you want to be popular? Don't you want people to listen to it? And they are. I'm pressured constantly.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you want 100,000 people to hear your album? Give me $49 a month, and I'll make it happen. And it's like usually some very young, incredibly hip person. I'm like, I'll never be as cool as that.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, it's pretty
It's
heavy.
it's a weird industry. I mean, like especially when you're dealing with things that are so ephemeral. Things
The
that
only
don't-
people making
they're
money
not
are
there.
the ones who are like trying to tell other people how to make money.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Kind of like self-help industry.
Yes, it's a total
Hey,
self-help
me.
industry.
Oh, so speaking of albums, Dan Easley
Yes.
Hey.
Dan.
you have a song. This is a big deal. A single.
single.
This is
Is
the
it,
one you were telling us about.
A
right?
single, so 2 songs. in the old sense
Oh,
of
like
having an
two
A side and
sides.
a B
Yeah,
side.
A side,
right?
Does it have a big hole in the middle?
I mean,
The song itself, or the
metaphorically,
album?
or
The 45s, they used to have the really big holes.
Yeah.
yeah, for the spindle.
You'd lose the
Set upon
adapter
the
and you
spindle.
couldn't play it.
right,
Try to
that's
put it
right.
on it.
Yeah, watch out, there's some French fries.
Ladies
Whoa,
and gentlemen,
whoa,
it's
from Olivia.
Olivia.
She doesn't want to be on our show anymore.
I'm so tired.
What about-
I hear what I have to say? It's
It's not
Well,
appropriate.
thank you for this. Thank you.
So the
A
single.
mighty fine sandwich.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Hold on, I'm
Admiring the sandwich.
I tell you, the sandwiches at Ruby's Arcade look really phenomenal.
Would you
The
like
bread
some
is like
fries?
an inch
Good.
thick. They make it
I'm
here?
on a diet
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No,
They are our
that is
sponsors. We
Texas
have to talk
toast.
wonderfully about this
Why do you
sandwich.
think I was just doing it?
Everything in Texas is bigger.
I'm trying to earn my
Yeah,
keep here, man.
That's right.
That's the MO.
Never seen a sandwich look so good.
Do you think? But do you think Texas is going to secede?
I hope so.
Texas can still legally separate into 5 states. That was part of the arrangement when they joined the union.
How are
They
they
have,
going to
they
pay
have
for
the
things
constitutional right to
without
divide
money
into
from
5
the police
states.
state?
Why would they do that? Is it
They probably wouldn't, but that
somewhat
was,
beneficial to do it that way?
that was the arrangement back when Texas joined
They
the
would
union.
get.
Why did Texas leave Mexico?
I don't know.
Because Mexico didn't allow slavery.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That sounds perfectly logical.
Yep.
Album.
Remember the
single.
Alamo, man.
I'm glad to be talking about Texas, but we were
Sure.
talking about your album.
Oh yeah. So you know,
You've got some songs.
the Howdy Shells have grown, accustomed to me mentioning this every once in a while. But I got to go to this like fantasy camp in England at Peter Gabriel's recording studio, Real World Studios, in 2019, and they paired me up with another producer, and we spent the weekend working with professional engineers and producers in this really world-class studio setup. It was really a lovely experience, and the guy that they paired me up with, a musician named Kai Orion, who has a cooler name than I do, of course. He
It's
and I,
a very cool name.
It's a
Did his
very
mother
cool
give him
name.
that
Kai
name?
Orion?
I
There's no way.
I haven't asked
He
her.
gave himself that name. He watched like some Japanimation. It was like, I am Kai Orion.
Something with Burt Reynolds.
Quite
good name.
possibly.
I'm changing my name to Zeppo, so he can change his name to Kai Orion. Anyway,
So he and I have been collaborating ever since, mostly over the internet.
where's he live?
Baltimore these days. He lived in D.C., outside of D.C. In 2019. I was in
Cool.
Baltimore. I, of course, am still living in the same spot I've been living in. It's weird. So yeah, we had a song in 2019 that we had released on Gabriel's record label, on Real World Records, and now we're releasing. We've released a follow-up single to that. The A-side is an original song called "Watering Can," which the chorus starts, "Weary spirit friend, I'm sending brainwaves to you." So that may give you some sense of the aesthetic. And then the B-side is our
Watering can.
Yes.
Gotcha, yes.
I called
Bring me sustenance,
it,
watering can.
climbed the garden fence to touch your hand, but
Okay.
you crawled inside an empty watering can. See, it
very
makes sense
sweet.
when
Yeah,
I-
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, context is
I
everything.
really love Kai's lyrics.
Yeah.
I really,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
I've
great.
been lucky to get to work with a few different songwriters who have just written the kinds of words that I would write if I could express how I felt in that way. So.
What are you naming this? Like what's it listed under?
Oh, it's listed.
how can we find it?
For ages it was Kai Orion and Dan Easley, and you could find it by going to Facebook and looking for either one of us. But we did come up with a name for our act, our song and dance routine, our act, and it's Foul Weather Friends. So you can find it on Spotify
Is
and all
that
your
foul,
fine purveyors.
F-O-U-L or
F-O-U-L.
F-O-W-L?
No, F-O-U. No, it's raining ducks. Right.
Yeah,
no,
right,
No,
right.
foul
Just wanna make
weather.
sure.
No, like fair weather friends, but foul
okay.
weather
Foul
friends.
weather.
That's
Nice. Oh,
the
gotcha.
conceit
The twist.
of that little joke. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a band called Darlington Pear?
Yes, I've heard. Of
No,
it, but
did
I
they
know
come out with a
nothing.
single last week?
Well, no, they just came out with so they just
cool.
came out with something too.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
nice.
called The Flood.
Darlington Pear. That's some kind of circuitry thing involving
Yes,
transistors.
yes. So they were a band that reached out to me, and we were in conversation about doing a show together. And I was like, "Yeah, look, send me a link to your stuff. I will happily listen to it. This will be great." So I spent an hour today listening to Darlington Pear, and like if I was going to go to a show on heroin.
Oh.
They would be like, absolutely,
That's
the
the
show
show.
to
Yeah.
see.
Wow,
But I was like, so I called him. I said, man, I don't think our two things are really going inside.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
I'm
and
all
then-
out of heroin
Yeah,
this
and
weekend.
then the guy goes, Yeah, I was just going to tell you no.
Wow.
You can't break up with me.
Yes, you can't break up with me. I'm breaking up
I'm
with
breaking
you.
up with you. Wow.
That's cool. Fair
That's
enough.
very cool.
Well, I'll just wrap up this hideously aggressive self-promotion routine that I'm on.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Just to say that the B-side is our interpretation of the Jimmy Webb song made popular by Glenn Campbell in 1968, Wichita Lineman.
Oh wow, that's a fantastic song.
Thank you for knowing the song.
And that's
I'm
the one I
you'll
listened
agree
to.
when you
I heard it.
I am a lineman for the county.
See, doesn't that just evoke a strong emotion?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
Glenn Campbell was a-
emotionally erect right now.
Genius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the Beach Boys, and he was in the Wrecking Crew.
He was in the Wrecking Crew. He played
Oh,
on,
okay.
on a ton of sessions out of L.A. Throughout the 60s.
From
and
Laurel
70s.
Canyon, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm
down
sure
the
some
hill.
of them were in Laurel
Down, just
Canyon.
Up
down
the
the
hill, sorry.
Up the hill.
Yeah.
Just up the hill.
Canyon, yeah.
Up in
That's
Topanga.
fantastic, Dan. So it's listed under the Foul Weather Friends.
Under Foul Weather Friends.
Spotify and
Spotify and all purveyors of music, fine, and of course, yeah, you know, all the if it's a streaming service, we're on it because
cool.
you pay some
I
company.
still
20
love the
bucks,
name
you know.
Automatic Sweethearts.
Thanks.
Oh, I know.
That's
That's a good one.
That is
that's
good.
the other sort of active
Is it still active?
band. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we have 2 albums ready to release. We're just sort
Two
of
albums
working
ready to
out
release?
the- Oh yeah. Yeah,
Who
we
else
just
is in
have
that
the
Automatic
schedule.
Sweethearts?
Our good friend Mark Lane,
Yes.
who went to high school with the Howdyshells and with me, and we've been working a little bit with a Telecaster player named Mike Lee, guy who plays Telecaster and pedal steel. So that's been great fun. But yeah, it's been Mark and I since 2008 or so, and yeah, I think album number either 5 or 6 of that group is coming out.
Oh, that's fine.
And I'll have an album of my own under my own name out sometime this year. And if you
The
add
real
up-
Dan is not the other Dan.
if you, no, the real Dan Easley.
Except no substitute.
The other Dan Easley changed his name.
I believe that's the third time I've said that.
So, yeah.
Changing my
So yeah, it's a big,
Christophorus.
it's a big year for me. I'm not sure. I think I'm the only one that knows that. Maybe
I thought-
maybe you, dear listener, are let in on the secret.
The
as
guy in
well.
Latvia now
awesome.
knows it.
That's awesome.
Who is this Dan
So-
Easley guy?
Jay, tell me, you just finished or you just did the Rock Lotto?
I just
right?
did Rock Lotto.
Can you first explain exactly what Rock Lotto is?
Well, according to
It's such a cool concept.
Grant Penrod, they said that you put your names in a hat. Everybody pulls out random names, and then 5, 6, 7 guys, and then you're randomly assigned, and you have 4 weeks.
No women.
Well, there were a few women. It really was skewing really heavy towards old white cisgendered guys. It was, you know, it was kind of like a fantasy camp, only you didn't have to pay money. But anyways, so
Oh, that sounds great.
yeah, so you get 4 weeks to write. You have to be original. You write your own song, 20-minute sets, and then
So it's 4 weeks.
it was 4
For
weeks.
some reason, I thought it was 6.
Maybe it was 6. It was very quick.
Yeah. It went flying by.
Our 6 guys got together, and somebody says, "Okay, who doesn't play guitar?" You know? Before I could say I'm a bass player, there was 2 or 3 guys. So well, if I can't play guitar, I'll play bass. So I wound up playing my iPad with a 20-year-old MIDI controller.
Yeah, you played keyboards.
Yes, I did. I said, well, I can play some Flock Seagull style riffs. You're in. It was fantastic.
How many songs did you guys write?
We only did 4.
4.
But I wrote one and I sang it. I was like singing a rock song with this awesome band down there.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Now, how many other acts were there besides yours?
There were 6 bands.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It was a lot.
Wow.
How many? What year is this for Rock Lotto? Is it like the 7th
gotta
year
be
or
a
something?
Well, they were
Right.
trying to say that the whole concept of Rock Lotto started in Harrisonburg because it's going all over the country.
Okay.
Out to the Pacific Northwest, especially.
No. I remember Jesse Stover definitely was the head.
Jesse was there last night.
Yeah, he headed it up though.
Yeah.
He said
Years ago.
He said if I keep wearing that hat, he's going to come to my house and get me.
Nice.
Probably.
I'm not sure exactly.
Mark
what that means.
Finks was also heavily involved. Jesse and Mark, and
Yeah.
Did Mark have any opinions on your hat?
No, he didn't. Well, at that point, by the time I saw Mark, it was very loud and you couldn't hear anything. There was a hey.
Yeah, right.
But Crab Action, a very well-known.
Oh, look out.
Yeah.
They started in Rock Lotto. They got together in
Is
Rock,
that right?
Rock
I
Lotto.
didn't know that.
And
That's awesome.
And the first time I did Rock Lotto, I guess it was 2010. And Jeff Gorman was in my band, and he
Of the Illiterate Light.
the Literate Light.
Yes.
He went
Oh,
on,
so you want to be in Jay's band?
Yeah, right? Apparently he's the Lucky Lotto.
the Lucky Lotto.
The Lucky
So what kind of music did you guys play?
Well, it was supposed to be funk.
Really?
We were called Funk You
I love
Money.
the description. This is supposed to be funk.
So we played some funk, but then it was kind of like
Please
some
clap.
R&B, soul, sort of
Okay.
sound. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
And I'm totally off the subject.
Yeah.
The 15th of April,
The Ides of April.
Court Square Theater, Jay Zehr, Zehr on the stage doing stand-up comedy.
Is that right?
I'm
Is
gonna
it with the X?
X2 Comedy.
X2 Comedy?
A cleanish comedy show.
Yes, very good.
I'm going to have to rewrite all my material since I shaved my beard. All my beard jokes are out the window.
That's right. Your beard is gone. This is a new development.
Yeah.
Put a fake
Apparently, you're stronger and younger,
Yeah.
and
Samson.
your wife is like, nah.
So anyway, that's fantastic. So,
Well, it's good.
Wait, did your wife cut it off?
no, but she was glad I did.
She was glad, but
I think there's a generational thing. The women of my age, 39, they, they don't like beers. The young women do.
Jay's looking kind of rough.
Okay. I don't think anybody likes beers.
That could
Nah,
be true.
I think old guys like beers,
Old-
and that's it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think that's probably a good place to finish.
Okay.
Are we there?
Old guys like beards. Done.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bingo
ding.
is life every Tuesday night at 7:30 at Ruby's Arcade in scenic downtown Harrisonburg. This is a fantastic place if you've never been here.
Listen to the new Basement Rebellion album.
The new
Yes,
base-
right.
the new Foul Weather Friends album and Automatic Sweethearts have 2 albums in the works.
Wow. Man, it's a lot
Keep your
going
eye
on
open
this
for
week.
the Laurel Canyon tribute show.
Oh, there's going to be more on that.
There's so much music going on down in Harrisonburg right now. You can't get to it all.
Yeah.
And then theater. The Foreigner opening a Court Square Theater. If anybody actually hears this before,
When's that opening date?
probably Thursday.
Oh, awesome.
2 days from now.
Very
So we'll see you next week right after our bingo. And until then, keep your French fries dry and
Your sandwich strong.
sandwich strong.
Right.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Good night.